Yo, what up, y'all, man? Listen, I am back with another video, okay? And today I want to talk about a question that I actually got from somebody the other day, which was, should I close out this credit card account, okay? Now, there's a few reasons why people may even ask that question to begin with. Should I close out this credit card account? This credit card is charging me, this company is charging me monthly fees, they're charging me annual fees, and my interest rates are super high. Now, a lot of times, guys, this comes into play when you are first getting into the credit game, right? When you are first getting your very first credit card, you're new to the credit game, you may be a student, and you just don't know a lot when it comes to credit. You do not understand that a lot of these fees and monthly charges add up very quickly. Now, as you continue to build your credit profile and you start getting better credit card offers, now you're wondering, like, man, should I even keep this card that I got a few years ago? Well, there's a few factors that we want to consider before making a decision. Number one, is that your only credit card, right? Do you only have this one credit card? And then that follow-up question is going to be, how long have you had that credit card, right? Because when we talk about history, right? Now, if it's a credit card you had for 10 years, for example, let's just say you had this credit card for 10 years, and you're finally thinking about, hey, man, should I just give this card up? In my opinion, I would say keep the card because you have 10 years worth of history on that actual credit card, right? If this is a card you only have for a year, maybe a few months, and it's charging you ridiculous fees, then you may want to consider closing that credit card. However, if it's your only credit card that you have, if it is the only credit card that you have, meaning now you have a thin credit profile, right? You don't have a bunch of accounts in your name. You don't have a bunch of credit cards. You don't have a bunch of student loan debt. You don't have a car note. You don't have any personal loan, mortgages, and things of that nature that is going to consistently help build up your credit score and your credit reports over time, then you would consider maybe keeping that card. However, if you have graduated and upgraded and now that you have more cards under your profile, you may consider closing out that credit card, but you want to pay attention to, like I said, the history and how long you have had that credit card, and you want to pay attention to what exactly are you being charged when it comes to that credit card, right? How healthy is my credit profile? How many accounts do I have reporting on my credit profile? And I say this to people all the time, and I'll give you guys a quick example, right? Someone came to me, and it was actually one of my clients, right? She's getting her first credit card, and she's hyped up. Like, she literally wrote me, she's like, oh my God, I just got this credit card offer in the mail. And I want to accept it. I'm going to get my first credit card, right? So one of the first questions I asked her was, what was the APR on the credit card, right? She said the APR was 35%. She said the APR was 35%, right? So I basically told her, nah, don't go with that credit card, right? And as her credit score was actually growing, see, this is the thing. Once your credit score starts to grow, once you start to improve your credit, you are going to get better credit card offers. However, if your credit score has not grown, you're just beginning the process and you're starting to get these starter cards, what we would consider starter cards, like First Premier or Vero, and it's so many of them out there where you're getting charged all these ridiculous fees. Now you're like, and very low limits on top of that. you're like, man, maybe I want to reconsider. So now you are beginning to see the difference between when you got your first credit card versus now when you got your feet wet a little bit and now you're a couple years into the game, right? So you want to consider those factors, guys. You want to consider your history with the card, how long you have had that card open. You want to consider what type of fees are you being charged and is it actually worth it, right? Because if there's a card where, let's say for instance, when we say is it actually worth it, where they're not great benefits with the card, but you're being charged all these ridiculous fees, so you're not actually reaping the reward of that card, but you're still being charged ridiculously for that actual credit card, then you may want to consider closing. But before you even get to this point, guys, and this is my last point that I'm going to make, before you even get to that point where you feel like, man, I gotta close out these credit cards, and then you're actually losing points on your credit score because now you're removing that trade line from your actual credit report, which you can gain back, but now you're losing that actual trade line because you're closing the account, which is no longer active. Consider these things before you actually apply for the credit card so that you can prevent even having to go through the process of wanting to cancel those cards and pretty much do away with them, because now you are better educated, you did your due diligence, and you did not just take the first option that was available to you. So I definitely want to repeat that, guys. Do not necessarily just take the first option that is available to you. Make sure that you are reading the fine print. Make sure that if you are on the phone with customer service, that you are asking questions. Do not be afraid to ask questions because they want your business. They want your business. That is why they're reaching out for you to get that credit card, guys. So that's just a few things to consider, a few factors to consider when we are deciding whether we want to close out a credit card, whether we want to keep a credit card. Ultimately, the decision is up to you, man. But make sure we're paying attention, we're staying on point, we're asking questions beforehand so that we can make sure we are making the best decisions for our credit, as well as keeping our credit profile as healthy as possible. Alright, now, if you feel like this video was good, guys, if you checked out any of my over 200 videos that I have on YouTube, man, give me a like, give me a thumbs up, give me a comment, let me know what you guys want to hear me speak about next, and I'm going to see y'all next time. Peace.